I'm Leslie Palma, Communications Director for Priests for Life, here with your pro-life news break for Friday, September 19th. The shockwaves caused by the political assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk last week continue to be felt around the nation. On Wednesday, late-night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel learned his show would be off the air indefinitely following a comment he made on Monday attempting to blame the shooting on a MAGA Republican. It was known long before that accused killer Tyler Robinson was left-leaning and a supporter of transgender and gay rights, and was dating a man who thinks he's a woman. In Illinois, a news anchor at an ABC affiliate was suspended for airing a tribute to Kirk, for whom she had once worked at the organization he founded, Turning Point USA. Benny Ray Harmony resigned following her suspension, posting on X that many in the mainstream media have been fired or punished for mocking his assassination. I believe I am the first to be targeted for honoring him on air. Kirk was a 31-year-old married father of two who had an outsized reach to America's young people and was known for offering anyone who disagreed with his beliefs an opportunity to prove him wrong. He was fatally shot in the neck on September 10th in front of 3,000 people during an event at Utah Valley University. The 22-year-old Utah man who allegedly killed Kirk was charged on Tuesday with aggravated murder, among other charges. Prosecutors intend to seek the death penalty. Yesterday, Kirk's wife Erica was unanimously elected CEO and chairman of the board of Turning Point, and the U.S. Senate unanimously passed a resolution to designate October 14th as the National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. The House is expected to take up a companion measure. Kirk's funeral will be Sunday at State Farm Stadium, the home of the Arizona Cardinals, in Glendale, Arizona. The funeral will begin at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Multiple networks will stream the service, and it will be shown on the Turning Point USA website, tpusa.com. Speakers will include President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance, as well as many of Trump's cabinet members. Erica Kirk also will deliver remarks. Priests for Life has been invited to be part of a coalition of organizations planning the 250th birthday celebration of our nation next year. The inaugural meeting of the America 250 Civics Education Coalition took place Wednesday in D.C., and Priests for Life National Director Frank Pavone was there. The coalition is led by the America First Policy Institute in coordination with the U.S. Department of Education. Plans in the works for 2026 include a Trail to Independence tour of all 50 states in the order in which they joined the Union, a college speaker series to focus on America's core rights and values, a student competition highlighting knowledge of American history, and the development of resources for teachers in grades kindergarten through 12 to help highlight patriotic themes in their classrooms. Pavone said that as the leader of a national pro-life educational organization, he looks forward to helping Americans understand what our founding documents say about the right to life and the role of government in securing that right. On Thursday, Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed the Woman and Child Protection Act, which allows any Texas resident to sue for $100,000 anyone who imports into the state or distributes the deadly abortion pill mifepristone. The law, which will be enacted in December, also allows women harmed by the drugs to seek justice from traffickers while safeguarding their privacy in court records. Abbott is a staunch pro-life advocate who has signed multiple protective laws before and since Roe v. Wade's overturn in 2022. But supporters say this law will reach beyond Texas borders and act as a deterrent to would-be violators. Some 19,000 abortion pills have flooded into Texas since a Heartbeat Act was enacted in 2021. But at least one pill provider has announced plans to continue shipping mifepristone into the state. Angel Foster said her Massachusetts-based organization will keep sending pills to women in Texas, as it has about 10,000 times in the past 2 years. We really don't change things unless we're legally required to do so, Foster said. Note to Foster, the new law legally requires her to change things. Democrats in several blue states are preparing for the sky to fall as Planned Parenthood is set to lose hundreds of millions of dollars in Medicaid funding for 1 year. Oregon House Democrats have formed a legislative work group to ensure the state remains a safe haven for abortion. The group will examine how to expand access to abortion businesses, protect abortionists, and find new funding streams to replace the lost federal funds. Oregon is one of 10 states that have no limits on abortion. Abortion advocates all over the country are insisting that the health care services provided by the nation's largest abortion provider are irreplaceable, but a new analysis by the pro-life Charlotte Lozier Institute pushes back against that claim. Noting that services other than abortion have dwindled significantly at Planned Parenthood in recent years, the paper found that federally qualified health centers, rural health clinics, and doctors' offices provide the kinds of comprehensive health care that Planned Parenthood does not, and that pro-life pregnancy resource centers offer free assistance, including ultrasounds, material resources, and counseling. Women deserve to know they have health care options that extend beyond a group dedicated to ending unborn life, said Tessa Cox, a senior research associate at Charlotte Lozier and author of the paper. Representative August Pfluger, a Texas Republican, yesterday introduced a bill called the Second Chance at Life Act in the U.S. House. The bill would establish federal informed consent requirements for women seeking to take the abortion pill, ensuring that every mother is aware that it's possible to reverse the effects of the first pill if they have a change of heart. More than 7,000 healthy babies are alive today thanks to the abortion pill reversal procedure. And finally, proving once again that there's nothing abortion advocates hate more than choice, a Democrat in the Florida House wants to end state funding for pregnancy resource centers. Through the Pregnancy Support and Wellness Services Program, the Sunshine State distributes about $29 million annually to these life-saving centers. The bill marks Boca Raton Representative Kelly Skidmore's third attempt to upend the program. That's some of what's making news this week. If you're in Pennsylvania or New Jersey, you might want to take part in statewide March for Life events next week. Pro-lifers in Pennsylvania will gather in Harrisburg on Monday, and New Jersey life advocates will take to the streets of Trenton Thursday. Priests for Life's Father Dennis Wild will take part in both. Find more information at marchforlife.org/Pennsylvania and marchforlife.org/New Jersey. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a safe and blessed weekend, and remember always that life is the